Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew. Happy New Year to those of you that are here in the live stream and you on the replay. I'm here to help you grow, build, and market your brand, your content, and audience. I've got a whole new series this year compared to last year in 2020. I only gave you 10 ways to make money. Now I've actually got 85 different ways this year for you to make money from home, from the comfort of your couch, your bed, or your love seat. And we're going to get into the first video right here today for this live Q&A. Let's get to it. As I said, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and today we're doing a live Q&A on 5 of the 85 ways on ways you can make money from home. So if you're here in the live chat with me, please feel free to drop any questions you have into the chat. If you're watching in the replay, please feel free to drop them down there in the replay section for the comments. If you would please also add in hashtag Team Replay so I know that you got to see this episode. It'd be awesome and greatly appreciated. While I wait here a moment, let's see who we have with us. Zoom in. Kim Lackey, thank you for being here. Ken Burke, thank you for being here. Hope you all had a good holiday. I know I didn't do crap for the holidays, but sit right here and work my butt off for the past 2 weeks. I did get a lot done, but I've still got quite a bit to do. But that's the joys of being a content creator and trying to be your own boss is work is never done. So, I'm not seeing any questions pop in just yet. So I'm going to go quick over to the notes here and I will give you a refresher for those of you who might not have seen this morning's video on the different ways that you can make money from home. As I said, this is just 5 out of 85 ways that I'm going to explain this year for you to make money from the comfort of your home and online. Number 1 on the list is telemarketing. Most people don't think about it, but you can actually do telemarketing from home. So long as you have access to a phone and a computer or a smartphone where you can have the access to internet to be able to check the calling list, you can actually get connected to companies who will pay you to make phone calls. The only downfall to doing telemarketing is you're not going to get a yes on every single call. And you can actually get a fair amount of money for doing telemarketing. I myself actually was a telemarketer about 20 years ago almost. And I actually enjoyed it because it helped me to be able to talk to more people and learn how to be able to be on the phone and be able to market different products and services to them and get paid for it. It's not that hard and it can be quite lucrative. The second way that you can make money from home is to grow and sell your own vegetables or indoor or outdoor plants and flowers. The downfall to growing vegetables or plants is it's time consuming. You have to wait for them to naturally grow, you have to water them, you have to prune them and things in some cases, depending on what it is that you're growing. and that's it. But you can actually get started fairly cheaply. Do you believe you can get 20 different seeds for like 89 cents to a dollar, depending on where you go to get your seeds and what you want to grow? Fairly quick and easy to do for the most part, other than waiting for them to actually grow. Now, those you can actually grow in your yard or in your house, depending on how you want to do it. And then you can sell them out in your yard, or you can get somebody to help you to go to a farmer's market and be able to sell them there, or a flea market, depending on your situation. There are a lot of opportunities there. Another good way to make money: scrapbooking. I myself am a scrapbooker. I've got a nice thick one, about like an inch and a half, 2 inches thick, because it's got all my memories from the last 20 years in it. And if you're a crafty person and you like doing that, then you could actually make a fair amount of money. Best way you could get started, if you're not already promoting that service, is to offer it to your friends, family, and neighbors that you'll do it for them. Charge them a fee, of course, and then if they enjoy your services, they can start promoting you by word of mouth as well. You can also advertise on your own blog, your social media, YouTube, whatever the case may be. The only thing you need is a few simple art supplies, and you can get started and you can start profiting. Next on the list is data entry. Data entry is essentially entering information onto a doc on a computer form, and you'll be able to get paid that way. You can get paid by the entry. Some places do actually pay by the hour, but most commonly by the entry. So the faster you can type, the more you can get done. The more you get done, the more you'll get paid. And lastly, tutoring. If you're somebody who has knowledge in geometry, a second language, you're good in math, anything like that, you might have to brush up on it if you haven't used it in a while. But anyway, you can actually take your knowledge and tutor somebody that's in high school or in college, and you can make a fair amount of money that way as well. There's people that make $30 and up for being a tutor. So if you have those skills, get out there and market it, and you can be able to make a side hustle income or a part time, full time income, depending on your free time and what you want to do. Hey, just Samson, bruh, what's going on? Let's see. Can I have a boyfriend who was a greenhouse growers and stuff, flowers, plants, quite success. Awesome, Kim. That that's nice. Yeah, I I used to have stuff like that going in my old house, but now that I'm stuck in the city at the particular moment, I don't have anything like that going in anymore. But eventually, I might actually get back into doing that, because I used to have my traditional herbs and plants that I would grow so I didn't have to buy them, because that's how we're supposed to traditionally do it, is to grow it ourselves or barter for it instead of going to a store and actually buying it. But it is a very simple and easy way for you to make money, is by growing vegetables or growing plants of any type. I know quite a bit of people that actually do each of the ones that I've entered in for today's video: tutoring, telemarketing, scrapbooking, data entry. It's all simple work, and you can get paid a fair amount of money by the hour or by the job. And if you think that those are unexpected ways to make income from your home or online, just wait. Next week's video is really going to shock you on a few of them. And I can guarantee in this series for this year, there are going to be quite a few of them that you go, wait a minute, what the hell did he just say? Because there's a lot of them. I have done 90% of the jobs that are listed within this series at one point in time within the last 25 years. But that's also because I started working as a child compared to most people that wait until they're in their upper teens and adulthood before they start working. I did a lot when I was underage, helping out my family and friends because I love working. Obviously, those of you who actually know me know this to be true because I was up until 5 o'clock again this morning getting more work done. I have literally spent the last entire week working 23 hours a day. And then I go to bed, and then I get back up a couple hours later, and I go my ass right back to work. And I'm not making a dime yet. But I can guarantee when I do start making money here in the near future, it's going to be coming in and it's going to be coming in quick. And that's why I'm here offering all this knowledge to you because I know if I can do it, you can do it. It's simple work, just time consuming. And if you've got the time to do it, I highly suggest that you do. Does anybody have any questions? Excuse me, on any of the ways that I've mentioned today for how to make money? If you do, please put question in all caps. If you would, it would be greatly appreciated. Make it a lot easier on me. Um, I also would love to get your input on what you think of today's new intro. I actually have a few different things I have been working on this week, and I'm telling you what, you guys are in for a great big old surprise because I've got another two services I'm going to be able to offer here in the near future. I could do it now, but I wouldn't make any money at it because I can't accept any payments at the moment. But I will say that you're in for one hell of a treat because every episode is going to start out different and every episode is going to end different this entire year. Hey Vidal, how are you doing? Happy New Year. Uh, what about email marketing? It is something similar to telemarketing. Well, wouldn't have the same effect. Yes, telemarketing is very similar to email marketing in the aspect of marketing a product or service. It is actually something that is within the list this year, but instead of putting them alphabetically or what I thought were like the top earners, I jumbled around. I didn't want them all to be mixed in close together like I did with the first video of 10 ways to make money. So the original 10 ways are within the list, but they're spread out that way. It's not a complete repeat of everything I did last year. And email marketing is one of the ways that my advisors highly recommend. It's also what every influencer on YouTube recommends, and I myself recommend because If you can do email marketing, that is a perfect way for you to make money because for you being an author or a content creator or a podcaster, no matter what it is that you do, you could promote your own stuff within email marketing. Besides giving the usual newsletters to keep your community up on things that are going on with you, with your brand, with your content. Another bonus is that if you're a YouTuber or a content creator in general on a platform that you do not own, like Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or Twitter, you never know when these platforms are going to shut you down or shut down themselves. And that's where email marketing comes in very, very useful because it can also be a security blanket. I myself, as most of you who are returning viewers and subscribers know, I have a mouth. I don't deny it none at all. I also advise and tell people to practice your free speech because if you don't, they're going to take it from you and you need to practice that First Amendment. And because I do practice my First Amendment and I practice it thoroughly, I tend to get put into Facebook jail quite a bit because I'm not going to allow some company to censor me for anything, period. Even YouTube, I don't care. They can piss off for all. I don't care what their standards are. The First Amendment is my standard, free speech is my standard. We do not have to abide by all these stupid ass double standard rules that they themselves do not follow. So that is one thing that I love about email marketing is anything happens to this platform, I can still reach you. Anything happens on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, anything. If you're on my emailing list, I can still reach you and let you know what's going on and why things are going on the way they are. Which, those of you who are on the emailing list, you're going to be getting a lot of value here in the near future. I've got a ton of emails that I will be doing here soon. Just an FYI, I am going to space them out so I'm not like a lot of other people out there and blow up your email every single day. Some people say to email every day, but I don't think you really want to have me blowing up your email every single day with different ways to make money or different guides and challenges and things like that you can do. So I am actually going to spread them out. Yes, exactly, Samson. For those of you that are in the chat, Just Samson is one of my Marine Corps brothers, and he's also a member of the Quarantine Fam from Pat Flynn's channel. And we talk about these kind of things daily with Pat Flynn. Daily. And it is the most recommended thing to do is an email list because it is a way to continuously grow. You can do your digital products and market them in your email list. Okay. Now, what's better about this is if you're anything like me, you'll do a freebie like uh, the feedback sheets, or you can do like the budgeting sheet that I did not too long ago. That was completely free. You signed up to get a free budget sheet so you could be able to plan out your monthly budget, weekly budget, whatever way you wanted to use it. And when you signed up for that, you were put onto my mailing list because it shows that you were there and it also lets me go, hey, I have this, and this that you might be interested as well. Ways to make money, ways to get off a disability, more on content that I have here, or maybe more blog posts that I have not posted on here. There's a lot of different ways that you can actually use email marketing to your benefit besides just being a security blanket. Hey, divided by sight. How you doing, Lauren? Uh, okay, Kim said, tell us about your experiences with the 5 jobs you've mentioned today. Okay, for the 5 jobs that I've mentioned today, telemarketing, I started doing telemarketing at the age of 16, and I spent 3 years doing telemarketing. Um, it was something that I did in my spare time. I spent most of my time during the day at the Marine Corps recruiting office. When I got out of working at the recruiting office, I would actually go and be a telemarketer. Why? Because it made me extra money, for one. For two, it helped me gain the confidence and experience to go out and recruit other Marines. You might not realize it, but it does take a thick skin and a lot of guts to go out and walk up to 1,000 people in a month and ask them to join the military. Seriously. I was never so nervous in my life as I was when I first started recruiting, because you have to walk up to anybody and everybody out there that you believe may be interested in joining the military. And of course, being younger at the time, I was going towards people closer to my age and maybe a couple years older. And that was it. We went to malls, we went to schools, we went everywhere. And it was one hell of an experience. And then doing the telemarketing actually helped me quite a bit more in that experience, because if I could talk to people on the phone into buying a product or buying a service from the companies I worked at, that means all I had to do was refine the way I spoke to people out in public about the Marine Corps. And more likely than not, they would sign on that dotted line to go in and join. Now, that does not mean every single person that I talked to did make it into the Marine Corps, but there were quite a few of them who did. And unfortunately, some of them were my own friends and they went off to combat and did not come back. That was one of the downfalls to being in the Marine Corps and recruiting, was having friends there and then losing those friends later on. Um, as far as growing and selling vegetables, that's simple. I used to do that before I ended up where I'm at now, and I didn't make a whole lot of money because I didn't make my veggies and stuff like that to sell to everybody. It was more of a barter kind of system. I have this, you have that, I'll trade you. But it is still something that you can do quite easily. My neighbors across the street actually had chickens and stuff like that. So I would give them access to what I had in my garden. I would get dozens of eggs for free. Scrapbooking. Now, I have not done scrapbooking as a service other than like 15, 20 years ago when I first started doing scrapbooking, just because I helped out a couple people to learn how to do it. But I do literally have a Marine Corps scrapbook that's sitting in a tote in the other room that is about an inch and a half, 2 inches thick, roughly, with all of my pictures and newspaper clippings and all kinds of stuff from the last 20 years. Seriously. And I know for a fact that that can be a good way for you to make money. If you do the entire scrapbook and that person does not supply a single thing to you other than pictures, then you're making even more money because now not only are you getting paid for the service of creating the scrapbook itself, you can charge them an hourly rate or by the completion of the book. You could charge them for every single thing that you have to buy for a craft supply. If you need a special kind of scissors, well, I guess they're paying for it. The paper that goes into it, the spacers that go into it, the glue, color markers, stickers, whatever it is that you're going to use for a scrapbook, you charge them for. And then not only do you charge them the full fee of that product, you tack on a little more. If it's 250, you charge them 350. Why? Because you had to take the time and money in gas or on a bus or however to go get the product yourself because they did not provide it. So you do get a little bit of inflation on it to reimburse yourself for the time and money spent on the products in order to make that scrapbook for them. And then when you're done creating the scrapbook, you recoup all the funds and your time in that one payment. Data entry, when I did the telemarketing, that was part of data entry. Of course, because when you're talking to people on the phone, you got to get their information. When you get their information, you're plugging it into the computer. Another thing I did for data entry was recruiting at the Marine Corps office. Every time we talked to somebody, we had to enter the information in. We also had a spreadsheet with names and phone numbers and addresses that I had to go through and enter onto the computer on a regular basis. Remember, I was saying last year about dealing with sensitive information? That was some of the sensitive information. Not just anybody could go into a Marine Corps office and start typing in names on the computers. That is confidential information and is not open to everybody. You have to be screened in order to even look at that information. Let's see. Playing the stream backwards. Test cleaning Android. Playing the stream on backwards. Oh, background. Gotta love my glasses are dirty. And I'm tired as hell too, so that doesn't help any. Hot tip. Run ads on Snapchat and or TikTok super cheap and then retarget on Facebook. Just use this in a campaign for a client and the return was 6 times. You're awesome. Good to know. TikTok has been actually sending me ads about marketing on their platform, and they would give me a credit for $300 worth of ads for TikTok business. But because I have not registered a business, I don't know if I would still be able to use that, even though I am a content creator. So I might actually have to look into that. Thank you, Samson. And then the last thing on the list is tutoring. Tutoring is something I've been doing for years. Kind of, if you really think about it. This is tutoring. I'm sharing my experience and helping others learn from my experiences. I'm going out and showing you how to do budgeting. I learned how to do budgeting when I was a kid. I relearned how different ways to do it in high school, and I'm sharing that knowledge now. I'm a content creator, been a content creator for just over 20 years, and I'm sharing my knowledge and experience there. Granted, I'm not getting paid for my knowledge at this particular moment, but I'm still tutoring in a sense, especially now that everything's freaking virtual and nobody can be together and crap thanks to COVID. Yes, I said it. I don't care, YouTube. You can demonetize me because I said the stupid ass word, but I don't care. It's real stupid, in my opinion. Nothing like censorship. Uh, Side hustle tip: the wife just took an online tutoring gig and only works a couple hours a day. Oh, 4 day a week, makes an extra 2,000 a month, and keeps her out of my studio. Distance learning equals opportunities. Yes, it does. That is for sure, Samson. Now, if I just had a way to accept payment, I could start making money right now. But, trying to do these workarounds so I don't have to deal with Social Security. People who I thought were going to be able to help me don't want to help me, so I have to either find somebody else or say screw it and risk it myself and possibly risk losing my entire income. But yes, tutoring can be very, very good way to make money. Um, if we're able to deal with people in person, on the other hand, I would tutor because I know if I was to do tutoring in person, I would definitely be able to make money a lot quicker because we're not far from a couple colleges right here in a university, so I could potentially make a fair amount of money that way. I would do it virtual, but because of it being virtual, I can't accept payment. Unless I do money order or check or Western Union or something to that effect, which is a lot harder to get people to do. But that is my personal experience. I have been literally doing odd jobs in different things for the last 20 years plus. As I said, I started working as a kid. My first actual job that I was paid for as a kid was an assistant cook and a busboy and a waiter in a bar. I assisted one of my aunts and I learned how to do everything behind the counter. I mean, everything. The only thing I did not do was bartend. I did the dishes, I took out the trash, I bussed orders, I helped cook, I did the inventory for them, I did all kinds of crap as a child. And then it's just progressed ever since then. I've done stocking at grocery stores, telemarketing, recruiting for the Marine Corps, fire department, uh, let's see, I had three different places that I did telemarketing, which was also data entry. I did volunteer firefighting for the local fire department, which was an all volunteer team except for two guys that were on call every day because they were hired in. I had the Marine Corps office. which was pretty much being a salesman to everybody out in the area about joining the military, plus data entry, as well as being a physical fitness coach. Because Marine Corps don't want no pansy ass weak people. But at the same time, we do have the easiest qualifications to get into boot camp. But I can guarantee you, just because you have those easiest qualifications to get in, doesn't mean you're going to pass boot camp. We'll whip your ass into shape just to make sure you're going to get it. If you can do 2 pull-ups, you're good to go. If you can't, on the other hand, well, by the time that you do get accepted and do get through boot camp, I can guarantee you're going to do more than 2 pull-ups. Yes, unfortunately, Samson, anytime uh if I get any money that goes into my personal account, they'll go after me for it because it's still classified as earned income. It doesn't matter whether if it goes to expenses or not. What's going on, Terrence, brother? Hope you're doing good. I'll have to hit you up about coming onto the show this year. Missed seeing you at the year end people video call. Kim, I actually thought about looking into doing something like that, but I'm not quite sure who to talk to around here in Michigan. But I did actually think about doing a summer camp for the blind because what better way to be able to learn more about the different eye issues and be able to interact with other kids to learn what their struggles are and share my experience and help them through those kind of issues. And now that this wonderful pandemic has happened, hey, Love Audio Production, what is going on? Thanks for joining us. But I think if I could find a way to do the blind camp to help out the kids, that would be awesome. Because I know when everything first popped off last year for COVID, we got the short end of the stick in the blind community. I can't stress that enough for everybody out there that does not know. When everything happened at the beginning of the year last year with this whole pandemic, we got screwed, thoroughly screwed. Every place that we use as blind individuals was closed all year long. No eye tests, no way to go get accessibility tools, nothing. Now, what pisses me off about this, the pandemic started, all the facilities closed, so you can't get any assistance, no more further training, anything. Halloween rolls around, and these fucking nonprofits go out and they open up their doors to go, hey, we're going to do a Halloween party. We're going to do a virtual Halloween party. By the way, when you sign up for the Halloween party, don't forget to come to the Association for the Blind and pick up your care package. And then they give you all kinds of stupid free stuff, including beer. In my opinion, nothing like perpetuating stereotypes that blind people are lazy alcoholics just to be a part of a freaking virtual Halloween party. Couldn't provide a single service to us the entire year, but they can throw a Halloween virtual party, give you stupid little trinkets that cost maybe $5 in craft beer. That to me was not a service the entire year. I know their intentions were probably good of trying to brighten everybody's day for Halloween, mm, but I take it as a smack in the face. One, because I haven't drank alcohol in 8 years this year. I did not need the little trinkets and stuff that they were advertising in their little giveaway bag. And how many people were they expecting to actually go to this virtual gathering on the computer? Everybody I know from my support group up there don't own a computer. And the ones that do, they're a lot younger than me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kim. They couldn't freaking do anything. No mobility training, no accessibility training for any of the apps on phones or anything like that to assist them. No ability to get any accessibility or mobility products, which would be arcanes, talking watches, talking clocks, software for our computers to be able to have more functional screen readers than what we have, and all kinds of stuff. Every service that the association offered was just done at the top of the year. It was a fend for yourself kind of situation, and it pissed me off. And what's even sadder is they're still closed right now, completely. We are going on a full year of them facilities being shut down. That's one reason I have been working my ass off this entire past year to be able to spread my knowledge and information to help everybody get off of disability, because if we can afford our own things, we don't have to rely on those facilities. There's other people out there, like myself, who can assist our community with mobility. As a lot of you know, I am the only non certified cane instructor that is a member of the Allied Independence Organization. And that is because they've seen the information that I have been sharing here within our community and on the social media pages, and offered for me to have a spot in their group. And that's why I've been doing as much as I've been doing, because not only do I want off a disability, I know there's a lot of people out there who are tired of disability restrictions, tired of not having money, not being able to go out and do things, and having to deal with the extra added stress. And it pisses me off. And hopefully, by sharing my knowledge and experience in different resources that I have or have access to, I hope that it can benefit our community so that they have the things that they need or that they want to do at their disposal. That's why this new series on ways to make money is literally 85 different ways. I could have broken it down to where it was a single episode for the next 2 years. But you know me, I like to over deliver. That's why I decided to do each week 5 different ways for you to make money. And then after that, I am going to go into a more deep dive of those 5 different ways each week after that. And of course, we'll have our usual Monday afternoon streams. That way, if you have any specific questions on this morning's videos, you'll be able to get a hold of me here. Of course, if you're not in the consulting group, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. And if you have any questions, if you're not comfortable with chatting or asking in the live chat or in the comment section below, you can actually hit me up on any social media page. I'm the only one that deals with my social media. I'm the only one that reads my email. You can hit me up at Consult the Blind Guy, or if some cases, Twitch, it's Consult Blind Guy. Uh, Instagram is Consult Blind Guy. Either way, if you type in Consult the Blind Guy on Google, all of my social media and my website will be at the top of the list. I am ranked number one right now on Google search. The first 10 pages on Google search will bring you to everything I am on. You can also email me. You have two options. You can email me at andrew@consulttheblindguy.com, or you can email me at consult.ablindguy@gmail.com. If you need somebody just to ask questions, you need to vent, anything, feel free to hit me up. All right, we are approaching the top of the hour. So if anybody has any more questions, real quick, please feel free to drop them into the chat. I am going to do my best this year to try and stick closer to the 1 hour mark compared to my usual 2, 3, 4 hour streams like I did occasionally last year. Um, we will be sticking with the usual from last year, just an FYI. We are going to do 2 live streams per week. The schedule has slightly changed a little bit. I will be updating the form for joining on to the waiting list for doing interviews for Why Do You Do What You Do, because we now have 3 things I'm going to be doing each week. Mondays are now Making Money Monday. Wednesday is Why Do You Do What You Do? And Friday is For Real Friday. Monday, all about making money. Wednesday, all about you in the community who are content creators, whether you're a YouTuber, an author, a painter, whatever kind of content you do, that is all for you. And then Friday, For Real Friday, is going to be the different options of topics. Common problems for the blind, common questions for the blind, simple tech for the blind. Everything that I did last year for our usual topics around accessibility, mobility, and getting to know more about the blind is going to be on our Friday shows. And there will not be a live stream in the afternoons after those, but you are more than welcome to comment on them, email me, or ask questions on the Monday or Wednesday stream if you like. All right, got just a couple more minutes left here. Get me a sip of coffee real quick. Oh, coffee does the body good, especially when it's freaking cold outside. Oh, I'm telling you. Kim, thank you again for the cup warmer because it is on pretty much all damn day. And I literally mean all damn day because I get up in the morning, I turn it on, I go get my coffee, come back in, sit down, start drinking my coffee. It sits on the heater, and I literally sit here all freaking day with coffee sitting on that warmer until 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then it'll get shut off. And then I'll transfer over to Powerade for a couple hours. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, hashtag coffee. I seen it. That's good. Coffee does the body good. I think it irritates people that I could sit here and drink coffee all day, but you know. Actually, let's see. Let me do it this way because my phone's not sitting next to me, so I can cheat real quick. Plug in my headphones here so it doesn't blow up your guys' ears. Hey Cortana, what is the temperature? Of course. Sometimes I don't like technology because it does not like to work. Cortana, what is the temperature? According to my computer, currently it is partly cloudy and 43. But the last few days, it's been freaking ungodly cold. Anywhere between like 17 and 30. And it's like, no. I'm a skinny guy, so I kind of go by the old saying of I'm not going outside until the damn temperature is above my age. And if it were up to me, I wouldn't go outside until it's double my age. At the very least, I like it to be 70 degrees or higher, really. I could go with higher. Perfect would be about 80. If I was at my old house, I would literally have my wood stove cranking up the heat to the point where it's 110, 120 during the winter. That really tripped people out because I was walking around in shorts. And then I'd go change my wood and stoke the fire in shorts because it was so damn hot in the house. I didn't have to worry about being cold when I went outside. It was comfy. What? A smart coffee mug. Interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. Oh, he said hashtag coffee. Yeah, I'm jealous now, Samson. I want one of them. Because then I could have coffee and go outside and not have to worry about it getting cold. That's better than a damn thermos. All right, so we are at the top of the hour. If you have any last second questions, please feel free to drop them real quick, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you before we close out today's first live stream of 2021. And by the way, for those of you who are joining us a little bit later, Happy New Year. I hope you had a happy holiday and Merry Christmas if you celebrate them. If you're one of those who does not celebrate, I at least hope you enjoyed your days of getting to relax, hopefully, in the event that you didn't have to work. And if you did, sorry to hear that. Hey, yeah. Um, Before I was down here, Samson, in my old house, I had a wood stove because my the furnace to the house was actually fuel oil, which is just diesel fuel, and it ran like crap. So we kind of jimmy rigged a wood stove outside to blow heat into the house through one of the basement windows and then hooked it up to the vent. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the little thermostat thing for the wood stove to work, so I just had to guess on what the temperature was. Pardon me. And I'm being a skinny guy, I like it to be warm. So I would go out and I would start the fire or restoke the fire. And when that blower started going, it started kicking out that nice dry heat, and it would get up to 110 on average. There was a few different times to where the blower actually was helping the fire go more, because I did not know until later on that there were actually cracks within the wood stove wall. So not only was the squirrel cage fan blowing the heat from the wood stove into the house, it was actually blowing onto the inside of the wood stove, directly onto the coals and onto the wood, which was constantly flaring it up and making it burn quicker, which made it a lot hotter. And we had a few different times to where it was about 120, 125 degrees inside my house, but I never complained. My girlfriend at the time didn't like it because it was too hot for her and the kids, but I absolutely fucking loved it. I was walking around in a wife beater in freaking shorts. I could go outside barefooted and add wood to the fire and not freeze to death because I was so warm from being inside. Going outside without anything on was like comfortable. Yeah, I love the warmth. The only thing I don't like is the damn humidity during the summer. If it wasn't so humid during the summer, 110, 120 wouldn't bother me. Well, you know what it's like. You're down there near MCRD San Diego, so you know what I'm talking about. I love them warm temps. It's comfy. All right, let's see. There it is. That. As you can tell, I bumped it, but it works. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, everyone. Thank you again for joining me. Yeah, my wood stove tried to have a house fire. That's thanks to my family not giving a shit when they hooked it up to begin with. Um, Unfortunately, because I was going to buy a brand new wood stove, but I was told not to waste my money. I could get one cheaper from my family, and the damn thing was like double my age. So, yeah, it had its fair amount of issues. And then, like I said, the thermostat thing did not work. And it had holes in the side of the wood stove to where the air could get in. So there were actually embers and ash and things going from the burn box into the inner walls, which were getting pushed in towards the house. Um, because the squirrel cage that was on top of it for a blower was not designed for a wood stove. They rigged it to have something over the excess portion to block off the extra airflow from that area. And my father was a wonderful guy and put plywood on it. And anybody who knows anything about plywood, or if you don't, plywood on top of a wood stove is not good because if plywood gets hot, extremely hot, it will start on fire. And one of them days, the wood stove got hot with that little piece of plywood on there, and it started sending smoke into my house because it was starting to char. I shut off the wood stove. I had one of my uncles come over, and when he seen that, he about fell over because the instant he pulled off that piece of wood, that's all he had to do is go, and it started on fire. And then we had to go and get some stuff to be able to replace that plywood so it wouldn't start my house on fire because my wood stove literally sat inside of a lean-to that was made out of particle board. And really, it wasn't even particle board, it was leftover thin, hollow doors because my family was too cheap to actually help me. No surprise, because they still don't want to help me. Either way, that different story. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have on the different ways to make income. And don't worry if I did not cover the things that you're thinking of yet for making an income. I can almost guarantee 99% that the ideas are coming because I've got 85 more to go. We're doing making money Mondays. So for the next few weeks on Monday, you're going to be getting 5 more options to be able to make income from home and online. Some of them you don't even have to spend a single cent and you can start profiting the same day. So thank you again, Kim Lackey, Just Samson, Love Audio Production, Inside the Lab, Divided by Sight, Can Burke, Vidal the Blind Reader. Greatly appreciate you all joining me for the first episode of Season 2 in 2021. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and New Year. I look forward to seeing you all in the next live stream. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on social media or by email in the comment section below if you're on the replay. Thanks again for joining me, everyone, and we will see you on the next stream.